Hey everyone, this is Marlon from 1995. It's time for another Transformers 4 discussion. And the big news in this discussion is Transformers 5 is finally officially confirmed by Hasbro. We saw that it was most likely going to be a new trilogy of movies through Transformers 6. And there was rumors of 2017 to be Transformers 5 at Toy Fair. And then we heard rumors that it would be maybe 2015 next year. Well, Hasbro's officially come out and said that Transformers 5 will be due out in the summer of 2017. And that is another 3-year gap between Transformers 4 and Transformers 5. Just like the 3-year gap between Transformers 3 and Transformers 4. Now, me personally, I would rather have the 2-year gap. But let's see how, Transformers 4 comes out. And, if Transformers 4 ends up turning out to be a better movie overall, and the 3-year wait was actually good, then maybe the 3-year wait is the way to go for these Transformers movies. Now, there was also a lot of concept art that was released with this announcement. It was like this whole Hasbro type thing of, stuff that's happening and stuff like that. First thing we're going to look at is this concept art of Optimus kind of like bonding with Grimlock, and this is a very early draft of Grimlock, and it looks like it is the older version of Optimus Prime that is doing this, and he's kind of got like this, he's holding his hand up to Grimlock's nose, and he's got like this blue thing, kind of like rays of light and stuff, so that's kind of interesting there. It's definitely not Grimlock's design for this movie, it was definitely early concept art. Next we have some actual concept art of Grimlock that is a lot closer to what we have in the final product. There are some differences. He does not have the horns on top. That is the most evident. Otherwise, it's a lot of minor stuff. Noticeably, he does breathe fire. We have seen that in the video game trailer that Grimlock breathes fire. But this is so it looks like he's definitely going to be doing that in the film. Next, we have some concept art of Lockdown, and this is a first pretty good look at Lockdown's face. And he is going to be having this very human-looking face. I believe this is kind of the most human-looking face that the Decepticon has had so far. It's not kind of like monsterish or alien or like super alien. This is kind of actually more humanish looking. I really like the design. He's got the green eyes. It's pretty cool. And here is a look at actually what we saw on the clapperboard images that we saw back from filming. Here is Lockdown, and you notice he has a little bit more blue on him. And this full body stands of him, and everything actually looks pretty spot on to what we've seen so far from the trailers. Next we have Drift, and this is of course early concept art of Drift. There are some slight differences that we can tell already. And also Drift was originally going to be that normal Bugatti color of kind of like that orangish bronze type color that you usually see a lot of Bugattis having, and then that ended up getting changed to blue sometime during pre-production. So Drift looks pretty cool. He's got that samurai look, and you get a front and rear end view of him, and he has one sword in the one image and 2 swords in the other. And so I really like the Drift design. It's different. It's not definitely not the same as other types of designs we've seen in these films before. Next we have Hound, and the Hound face we have seen as the one of the heads on sticks during filming. Kind of when the actors kind of have references to see who they're talking to, and what Transformers are in the area. And Hound is fat. He is definitely very fat, and he's got his pipe and his beard, and he is definitely an old war vet. Now, judging off of the toy, he didn't seem so chubby in the toy. Maybe a little bit more so in the promotional art that was with the toy, but still not as fat as we've seen in this concept art. Now, I'm wondering if this was early art and maybe they kind of made him a little bit more thinner for the final product for the film, but in this concept art he seems kind of like very Leadfoot-ish. And if Leadfoot and Hound are both in this movie, it looks like Leadfoot is going to be in this movie based off of we've seen his car on set once and also on a trailer at another time. It'd be weird to have 2 fat Autobots in this movie. I just kind of would find it quite odd. But Hound is definitely going to be an old war vet type character. You can easily tell from this design and this concept art. I'm not loving his design, but we shall see. He'd be probably a pretty interesting character in the film. Next we have Bumblebee, and this is one of the things that, in this photo of concept art, we can see why maybe there are going to be some changes to Hound. Maybe he won't be so heavy, because in this photo of Bumblebee here, his chest design has changed quite considerably ever since this concept art and any promotional art that we've actually seen of Bumblebee. In promotional art and concept art, Bumblebee has been an exact copy of Stinger. I mean, exact to the T, like exact copy. Now, but in this, which I'm going to be getting to in a second, we had this. Actually, I'll just go ahead and put this up now. We have some new images thanks to this banking website of Age of Extinction, Optimus Prime, and Bumblebee. And as these images are scrolling down, you see Bumblebee's chest is considerably different. I don't know how late this was. I really can't. It's really hard to tell in the trailer if he actually has this design, or they ended up kind of throwing it in last second. But you can see the Camaro headlights are on Bumblebee, and that is not what was seen in any type of promotional art or concept art before we've seen this image. He was an exact copy of Stinger. So it looks like there is going to be some slight differences between Stinger and Bumblebee, but they're still probably pretty much going to be exact copies. Next we have Optimus Prime, and he is holding his sword there, and he's looking pretty cool. We've pretty much seen stuff like that. And next, what's really interesting is this that Silver Knight Optimus Prime that keeps popping up. We have a pretty good look at the Silver Knight Optimus Prime right here. He's all silver except for his shoulders and his face. And it's just very interesting. I mean, I wonder if this is maybe some type of armor that he, extra armor that he wears, maybe. Maybe that would be my guess. But it's definitely interesting that Optimus could have 3 different robot forms in this movie. Next, we have, video games, and we were revealed that there was going to be a Transformers 4 mobile game along with the console game. It's going to be Rise of the Dark Spark. And here we just kind of have a layout of what Hasbro is planning for the video game market, and they've got the mobile game, and they're just kind of showing some promotional images here. And next we have something I find very odd is they have their setup for the toy aisles and everything. Now what's interesting about this is the Grimlock image that they use in this promotional material here of how they're going to set up the stores is fan art. This was made by a guy, I believe it was for a school project, if I remember correctly. He made his own live-action movie version of Grimlock, and everyone thought it was real, and it's been going on. It's like, oh, this is real Grimlock, on the internet and such, and only, select people know of it for quite a long time, but it was fan art. It's not even official concept art. And it's just something this guy did, and Hasbro is using this image, so I find this quite strange that they would be doing that. But next we have a giveaway type thing. If you go to Valero's website, and you can enter to win a 2014 Chevrolet Camaro that has the same paint job as Bumblebee in the Transformers movies, and you can also win a $10 gift card to a Valero gas station. I entered, and I went for the $10 thing, and you have to get like 2 logos that were the same and kind of like the casino type thing, and I got 2 and not 3, so that sucks. No $10 gas card for me. But it's pretty cool. You can win a 2014 Camaro. That's always cool to have there. And so that actually just about does it. Oh yeah, one more image that we have here is we have a just kind of another type of poster with Lockdown and the ship just a bit more enlarged, I think. And it's a pretty cool poster, and you can see Grimlock all in his HD glory there. It's pretty neat looking. And I believe that just about does it. Oh yes, one more thing I want to talk about is I'm not going to be able to have an image because these videos have been taken off of YouTube, but one of the Transformers 4 TV spots that was aired, I believe it was either on the Kids' Choice Awards or during The Walking Dead. It might have been both, not sure. But the spaceships, when the spaceships are in outer space, it was seen in the Super Bowl spot. they added a few more spaceships off into the distance. So you can see that they're constantly working on the CGI, trying to make everything better, adding more. So it's definitely a constant process. So I just kind of found that kind of cool to point out there. And also, I'm just finding all this news I was forgetting to talk about. We have two more images of Mark Wahlberg and one of Mark Wahlberg, Nicola Peltz, and Bumblebee. One is Mark Wahlberg in kind of the same stance as the poster that we saw. And then one is Mark Wahlberg and Nicola Peltz running out of Bumblebee. And can't really tell where this is exactly. I have a feeling it might be in Texas somewhere. But there is that image there. So definitely a lot of stuff has been happening. And oh yes, another thing I forgot to talk about. We have a new Transformers 4 poster. And this one is a lockdown ship, or otherwise called a night ship. And it is got this giant tractor beam type thing, and it's about to lift up Cade and Tessa's house out of its foundation, and Cade and Tessa are running off away from the house as a lockdown ship is doing this. And it has the Transformers 4 logo on the bottom, and it is a pretty cool looking poster. And that just about does it for this Transformers 4 discussion. I just like to point out, it just seems to me that a lot of people can't take a joke with my April Fool's Day video of Transformers 4 being canceled. I got some quite angry and mean comments, and I kind of expected it a little bit just because people on the internet seem to be like that. They seem to act tough and everything, but I was kind of surprised with how strong the comments were about how, yeah, it was just, lighten up, take a joke. It was April Fool's Day. I mean, obviously I was not telling the truth. I mean, I even made it, I did put April Fool's at the end of the video if you watched all the way through. And I thought I made it quite obvious because I was like, they were sued by an angry G1 fan for ruining his childhood, and Michael Bay lit a firecracker to show his displeasure. I mean, you guys really expect that stuff to happen. Oh man. But no, Transformers 4 is not canceled. It was an April Fool's Day joke, and don't get mad at me, jeez. But anyway, so if you were one of the ones that was angered by that, go grab a sense of humor on your way out the door. And so yeah. Anyways, that is this next Transformers 4 discussion. I'll be back with another one soon, and I'll see you guys next time.